the whole idea, the whole purpose of getting renowned designers and travelers and person who have been having an excellent journey throughout their lifetime, doing only one thing is thinking, as he said, exploring, expressing, and creating designs which can solve a lot of people's problem. And today, connectivity problem. Okay. Finally, we are connected. Brilliant. I will not take much time because the idea over here was to get professionals, get designers to talk to you and about their journey, that how you can achieve those things what they have, with the idea of as a design, as a problem solving, as we have the youngest one and we also have somebody who's with our own age. As Samrat mentioned, that we also have worked together with the Louis Philippe as one of the first campaign, which was shot in Singapore, the first campaign, and where we worked together. So there was a shirt campaign and there was a suit campaign. So anyway, that was for some other days, but today is, we are not unveiling the theme today. The whole idea was that we wanted everyone to be on one platform. And if you remember, in last couple of months, we tried encouraging you to go back to your drawing board, to go back to your draping forms, to go back to your sewing machines, to go back to your carpentry tools, to go back to your jewelry manufacturing, and you doing it yourself. Yes? So this year, we are not unveiling the theme. This year, we're giving you a challenge. And this challenge is not going to be as easy as the earlier years. So get ready, because this particular challenge is linked with your certification, your qualification, and your examinations, and whatever it can be. So if you fail to be a part of it, academically, Babu sir has instructed that you will be repeating the entire year again, and you will be paying the fees as well. So we are going to get more richer if you do not participate, if you do not be a part for your qualification. So we are absolutely fine that if you want to, repeat a year, absolutely perfect, no problem about it. So please take it seriously. This time the journey has become a little more difficult, because till last year we were trying to be considerate, we were trying to be helpful, we were trying to be helping hands, because we understood that you were the COVID batch and COVID has changed a lot of things. But then we saw that people have stopped taking challenges. People have stopped taking the journey of understanding. People have stopped thinking about the process. The only one thing that if you see on the roads nowadays, and even before, but now it is more visible, that everybody is in a hurry. Right? Everybody is in a hurry. You start late, but you want to reach early. And suddenly somebody is going to ask you that, why are you in a hurry? I have to reach there. For what? That I'll figure it out once I reach there. So now we have quick commerce, and you will see Swiggy, Blinkit giving you deliveries in 10 minutes. Somebody would have thought about it. Somebody would have thought. But now we are forgetting our civic sense, that how do you ride a bike, how do you drive a car, because they are not following any of those norms. No one ways, no two ways, no signals. They will be riding on the footpath also, and troubling a lot of pedestrians as well. So these are the challenges, and so now we want to make life little difficult. And the best way to do is to start with the youngsters, because you all are our future. And if you think for the future bright, I think the others also will follow the footsteps in the same way. As I was just mentioning Samrat outside, that everybody's been complaining and everybody's saying कि ये आज का generation बड़ा lazy है. And I just mentioned the same thing to him and he said कि यार अपने पास नहीं था इसके लिए हम ऐसे हुए. अगर हमारे पास होता तो कुछ ऐसा ही होता या कुछ और रहता. So that strikes me that yes, it is very important that it's so easy to blame somebody else. We all are busy in others' life. When he spoke about storytelling, we don't do storytelling, we do gossip telling. What is happening, where it is happening. We are tuned to those things that we want to see others' Instagram, others' Facebook, what other is doing. And then if you see something what is being shown, something which is nice, you want to incorporate your stuff into your own Instagram. But that is not original. So today you need to think about being how you can be original. So let's get to it. The easiest and the best way. As I said, this is not a theme, but it's a challenge. So we have a couple of slides which we would like to share and a small video. And I'll also like to tell you the past themes, what they were and what it meant. Water. Pani. Water. Water. Can we start? No. The people. Full screen. JD Design Awards 2026. But let us start a decade back for some of the ideas what we had worked, and all students have done an amazing job. Pure 2015. This was the idea where you need to get your ideas which were pure. When you say pure, it's something what comes as a holy, as a religious, or as something which is as new as possible. The first thought. This is a very interesting thing which also has a challenge for this year's idea, which is called as untold story. People who work for us, maybe a plumber, maybe an electrician, maybe an embroidery guy, maybe a tailor, and they are the actual ones who are executing your ideas. And nobody speaks about them because everybody knows, it's like when you see in films, You'll always see a hero and a heroine and a villain, but you don't see that how many people have worked together as a team to be a part of it. So that was the idea of Untold Story. Future origin, as it says, there's something which was original, but thinking from the future perspective. This was another landmark theme what we had worked on, which was change. What is something which you see and which you feel that you can change? And that was the whole concept. And students had really worked really well on this idea. Curator, something which you can create yourself, which is your own idea, not to think about others, but about your own self. I'm just trying to give you in one-liner synopsis because there is a lot of things like how you will be seeing your challenge today. This was the COVID time, which was done completely on online, and students had really worked really well. And the idea was undo. So what if COVID was there, and how you can undo things, and how the design will help for variety of clothing, spaces, clinics, hospitals, rehabilitation centers, and that was the idea. Another one, which was, people were started talking about sustainable goals, which was started during then in 2021, talking about sync with nature, that how environment can be a part of your design and vice versa. This is something which you can, you would have some idol in your life, and through which you have chosen a path or a career, and if you would like to give tribute to that person with his ideology and philosophy, how you can take it forward as a design. This was one of my favorite. A lot of people did not understand, but it was really amazing, which was called future fiction. So basically you have to go back to the future, and you have to understand that if you were to create something for the future, it will be fiction now, but things can be turned into a reality. So if you think about a mobile phone, or think about a spaceship, or people going on to the moon, earlier it was fiction, but then over a period of time people have tried and achieved it, and they have actually landed on the moon. So that was the idea of future fiction. In 2024, we were lucky to have more graduates, and we had 2 shows during that time. So one we had in Jan and one we had in June. So the first one was live in the moment, what you actually think during that time, and you create a design out of that. And does anybody know about what the symbol means? So do you know what it was? Do you know what it was? It was 100% on problem solving. So when you see a design and you see its functionality, so the idea was you take a pause and how you can enhance it and how you can work towards the design for a better usability. That was the idea. So now, 2026, so I don't think so that I need to go through this, because I think this has already been answered by our dignitaries over here today, the speakers who've been into the journey, and I'm sure you can read as well. So why every design needs challenge? So in early years in 1997, when the internet was introduced in Bangalore, 94 actually it was, but I had the opportunity in 95, and we used to have a dial-up connection to a server called VSNL, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. So do you know what is a dial-up? So now we are talking about the speed of 1 GB and TB and those kind of things. During that time, we used to have a 14.4 kbps, kilobytes, not megabytes. And then you have to dial up a server, and then there is a handshake. If you want to know about it, you can see a movie called Matrix. So you dial that server and then you get connected to it and then you get the information. So that time there was a search engine called Alta Vista and Yahoo, and then came Google. So we were very excited. So in 98 theme announcement, we said, today we are connected with the world. Please go ahead, use your computers, get the information of the world. Then in 2002, we said, please stop using Google because you do not know what is there on the net, whether it is authenticated or not. So that now it is coming back to us that today everybody is talking about AI. Yes? And it's a subject of a conversation or a debate without actually you working on it. If students are talking among each other, I want to make a PPT. Hey, why didn't you do one thing? Why didn't you go to manus.com? You just upload your Excel file and then it will make a PPT. Oh, wow, it's a brilliant idea. You hear that and then you forget. You do not even attempt to do that. Because it is there at the fingertips. You do not have that hunger to go and try and to understand what it is. What I like about Prajwal, that he gave you the complete ideation, innovation and problem solving. Very simple. If you understand the interior design team, Soumya and Jagdish, what they told you, that a very place where how many people you have actually gone to a different libraries in Bengaluru? 1, 2. So in the crowd of 400 people, there are only 3 people have gone to different library. Now their task was not only about how it can, accommodate people, but it's about how you can bring in the people, how you can be comfortable in that environment, how you can get the access not only with the printed books but also digitally. Same way when he spoke about journey, when he spoke about bike. So the bike enthusiast immediately asked those questions, forgetting that we are here for the design. But that's okay. That shows that when somebody is talking about the interests of your kind, you are interested in that. So today when we have gathered over here today, for one purpose, that we all want to do about design. We want to talk about design. And that's the reason this challenge is for you. Failing which, you will not have a certificate, failing which you will not have you will have to repeat again. And there's only one person who has done that, and I'm very proudly to say that, Mr. Principal Sir. Yes. So if you do not give your designs, if you do not get your qualification, he is going to ask you to repeat a year, and we'll be very happy about it. Right, sir? So we spoke about culture, we spoke about future, we spoke about innovation. So this is the question in everybody's mind. So instead of designing to impress, we designed to express. And it is so coincidence that we did not share this with you, but we are on the same page and same. There are certain things what you spoke, which is there in the future slides as well. So let me present a small video which was created by our IT team headed by Mr. Hari and Ms. Srishti to give you this glimpse of what the challenge is all about.
We live in a time where everything moves faster than meaning.
We design at the speed of light in a world that forgets the weight of a hand.
Yet long before software and screens, creation began with touch.
And with those who learn to shape the world through patience, precision, and devotion.
Their knowledge is a language fading to silence. Their craft, a story on the verge of its final page.
And you, the new makers, you hold tools of infinite possibility.
But to create what? Another forgotten trend? Or something that lasts?
This year, JD Design Awards issues a challenge, not a theme, a mission.
A mission to bridge the one gap our technology cannot cross.
The gap between memory and the future.
We are not here to save the past. We are here to arm it for the future.
To turn the soul of yesterday's craft into the shape of tomorrow's trend.
This is the fusion, where the hand's wisdom meets the algorithm's reach.
Where the artisan stitch is amplified by the digital thread.
And your tools are no longer just pen and paper.
Use AI not to generate empty variations, but to decode the hidden patterns of a heritage craft.
Use computational design to evolve a centuries-old form into a structure that can be 3D printed, shared, sustained.
Use the global network to tell the story, to build the market, to ensure the artisan is not a relic, but a CEO.
Your role is no longer just designer.
You are the translator, the amplifier, the co-creator.
So how does it all start?
Choose a craft, not as a museum piece, but as a living, breathing partner. Understand its struggle, honor its genius.
Then ask the dangerous, the essential question.
Can this craft go where it has never dared to go before?
We are not asking for revival.
We are demanding reinvention.
Because the future of craft will not be found by looking back.
It will be built by you. With your code, your AI, your sustainable logic, and your unwavering respect.
It is a future where the craft not only survives, it evolves. Where the artisan thrives. Where your design conscience is as important as your creativity.
And where success is not a trophy, it's a legacy.
The world is watching.
The past has given you its last best secret. The tools are in your hands.
The question is, what will you build with them?
JD Design Awards 2026.
The Artisan 2.0.
Bring vision.
Bring empathy.
Bring courage.
And show us the future.
Already in the making.
So why Artisan? So there are a list of things which basically trying to break down the code, break down the theme or challenge, however you want to take it. Is basically the artist is not just a challenge, it is a bridge between the heritage and the future, and also between the traditional craft and contemporary design thinking. It is to honor the craft legacy, to reimagine craft, to encourage cross-disciplinary creativity, to highlight sustainability, and to celebrate the maker. It is very important to understand that when we say artisans are there for, they are legends. But how do you take it forward? So that is the heritage which you're going to take it to the future. So you have to select and choose one craft or craftsman or one handicraft, which will be your as the theme, a challenge, which you're going to not revive, but you're going to take it to the future. Your mission is to reimagine, recontextualize, and revitalize the craft. This is not about a mere preservation, it's about evolution. The Artisan 2.0 is a call to bridge the timeless wisdom of traditional craftsmanship and the dynamic innovation of the 21st century. How to integrate? I think it's better I ask one of you guys to read it loud. Who would like to do that? Anybody would like to volunteer? Yes, please come. Yeah, you can read. Just want you to connect with the students as well.
It's under his.
How to integrate human-centered comfort, designs that prioritize ease, accessibility, and well-being. Temporal sensitivity, harmonizing with natural rhythms, seasons, and daily life. Contextual awareness, adapting seamless to physical, digital, and wearable spaces. Sustainable creation, embracing minimalism, slow design, and eco-conscious choices. Emotional and cultural resonance, infusing storytelling, sensory experiences, and heritage.
Thank you. You can go ahead.
Fashion. In fashion, the Artisan 2.0 symbolizes the evolution of craft, preserving the hand, celebrating the culture, and expressing it through modern design. It is fashion with depth, purpose, and identity. Interior. In interior design, the Artisan 2.0 symbolizes a return to soulfulness, spaces that honor tradition, embrace handcraft, and reinterpret heritage for modern living. It is culture, comfort, and craft woven into contemporary design. Jewelry. The Artisan 2.0 in jewelry design symbolizes the rebirth of traditional craft for the contemporary wearer, retaining soul and skill but expressed through modern aesthetics and techniques. Visual arts and graphic design. The Artisan 2.0 transforms traditional craftsmanship into contemporary digital visuals, blending texture, detail, and heritage with modern design aesthetics.
Thank you. All these things is available on JDDesignawards.com. Also on the YouTube, whatever the entire program will be recorded and it will be available for you. So you don't have to waste your time on recording whatever you're doing right now. So, any questions? Okay, brilliant. I think everybody understood very well. So now there is also a simple process to go through the entire journey of the Artisan 2.0, and for that I would request Ms. Suma to come with her brilliant rules and regulations and the complete guidebook. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Excited? Good afternoon to all the centers as well. I'm trying to understand, when sir is trying to ask you all if there are any doubts about or any clarifications that you require about the theme. All of you seem to be very quiet. Why? You all know about the theme well, or you're confused? What is it like?
That's not working.
Is it something like the theme doesn't matter, it's just the guidelines that matter? Yeah? What we're going to make doesn't matter. The number of garments, the number of project, or whatever project we are working on, only that matters? Is that so? Okay. Anyway, I'll just take you through a few guidelines. I think it is very important for all the centers and all the students who are being a part of this JD Design Awards. And we have made it a little tougher for you guys, though. Let me just take you through. Just give me a second.
The remote.
Okay, to start off, yes, we do have guidelines, we do have a guidebook, we have all of those mentioned in the JD Design Awards website. But the first process, do you see a QR code there? That will be circulated in all your groups, and it is your duty to register yourself for JD Design Awards 2026. So the first thing that you will do is register yourself with all the details, including your center, the department, the batches, and all of those. And that is before tomorrow evening. The form will close off. The forms will be closed by evening tomorrow. Before that, you have to make sure that all of you have registered. If you haven't registered, like how Sir was saying, probably you're not a part of JD Design Awards and you're not part of the certification programs. Okay? What are the things that we're expecting from you? It's about the 3 stages that we have mentioned here. It's about your concept development and ideation. I think all of them have taken you through the presentations where it's talking about how to conceptualize, how to ideate, and what are the research that you will have to put in, what is the kind of a data that will have to come in, and all of those that comes into your first stage. So every stage will have a timeline, every stage will have certain deliverables, which all of it is mentioned in your guidebook on JD Design Awards website. Stage 2 being your design development. This is where probably you start building upon your design based upon the research that you have. Then comes your execution and showcase. So here for fashion, it could be a fashion show that we're talking about. For interiors, it could be an exhibition, and the same thing with jewelry. For MBA students and the graphic design students, it could be a pitch deck. So taking you through the category breakdown here for fashion. Happy? We've made it 5 garments now. Yeah? Last time we were asked to make 10 garments. Why only 5 this time? We have made it easier for you when it comes to the number of garments. That is for JDDA. For JD Design Awards, it's only 5 garments, but for your university, you still got to present your 10 garments. Okay? But here, the process is a little more stricter. The deliverables are a little more tougher. Go back to JD Design Awards website. So for the BScs and the MScs, we have 5 garments individually. We do not appreciate anybody working in groups. So you will have to work individually. And ADFT and diploma also working on 5 garments. Here, I think most of you could have a thought, right? What happens to the avant-garde we created? Do you all have that doubt? That also can be put along with your 10 garments for your university purpose. Fine? Is this part clear for the fashion department? The category could be anything. It could be an avant-garde, a prêt-wear, or whatever that you would want to create. It could also be a kids wear, a men's wear, a women's wear, or whatever you would want to choose. Any doubts, fashion department? No? Can I move on? Yes. Coming to the jewelry department, the BSc students will create 5 jewelry pieces which include majorly the neck piece, and then you could, create pieces which complement the main neck piece. And for diploma students, it would be 3 jewelry pieces that you're creating. Again, the neck piece remains as a important part of it, and the rest of it could be complementing. Jewelry students, any doubt? Event, business and styling. So we cover the DFPM, we cover the MBA and the MAFC students here. For MBA, it would be your business plan that you create either on an event management project or on a business plan project. So it's mostly a business model that you create. For an MAFC student, it could be a styling project or an application-based pitch deck that you create. For the diploma students, it's a business plan that you're creating. So all the deliverables, again, is mentioned in the JD Design Awards website. If you have to get access to that, you will have to register first.
Good afternoon. I hope it's audible now. Yes. Good afternoon. Yeah, good. So I understand from morning we had a cognitive bridge sessions from Prajwal, and we had the experts who have come from, who worked on B.B. Doshi team, right? I mean the building which was designed by Mr. B.B. Doshi, architect B.B. Doshi. So keeping all these factors, the reason why we are showing you this is to give you that impression what is that you need to bring across your design. As we always say, design has to be executed, right? Continuing with interiors, when it comes to bachelors, they have to work on a project type. We have given options now for you. It's not only residence, what you were asking for multiple options. Yes, we have residential, commercial, public, healthcare, institutional and hospitality projects. And the maximum area we have given here is 2,500 square feet. That's the carpet area which you have to work on. And the presentation type is, we have a list of deliverables where you need to start with the scale models. You have to have your A2 boards. Again, it will be an AR and a VR setup which has to be done. And it should be a collaboration with the industry and the material boards which you have to prepare for the entire display. In the same way, when it comes to masters, we have a project type, a similar project type. We have residential, commercial, public, healthcare, institutional and hospitality. The maximum area here goes a little higher side, that's on a 3,000 square feet carpet area. And when it comes to the presentation type, the set will be similar, but again masters will be more into research papers and publications and the patent designs which they will be working on, along with the deliverables which are given to the bachelors. Diploma will work on a project type. Here they have limitations where residential, commercial, product and hospitality. The maximum area will be 1,200 square feet area, that's the carpet area. Presentation type will be scale models. You will be working on the A2 boards. And there will be industry collaborations, the product collaborations which you will be working on, and there will be live setup which you will be doing it. Any doubts with respect to this? Bachelor's, master's and diploma students? Yes. No, there won't be a client, but again you have to work on a real project basis. Any other questions? Okay. Few references. I hope you would have seen your seniors project since years, from last 2 years when it comes to bachelors, from last year when it comes to masters. The outputs which we keep exhibiting everywhere, every year, which they'll be doing a few glimpses of it. And when it comes to the visual arts in the graphic department, where again both the department students, the diploma and the bachelors, will be working on the website development. They'll be working on a pitch deck, and these are a few of the deliverables which are mentioned here. Any doubts with respect to visual arts, graphic design team, students? Thank you.
Any doubts? Anything that you all want to?
For BSc fashion, can we make a collection, like a mixed collection of women, men and kids?
Of course you can. You can create your combination of men, women and kids. Whatever. You can also target different category of people as well. That's a good question. Are you confident enough to stitch? I think after the entry level, I'm sure you're confident enough to stitch it, right? So you have an option. You have an option. It's totally 10 garments, 5 for JD Design Awards and a total of 10 garments for the university. Diplomas will present 5 garments. Yeah. Any other questions? This implies to all the centers as well. All of you will follow the same rules and regulations, which again, I'm repeating, will be updated on your JD Design Awards website. For every stage, there is a QR code that will be that you will be given, and you will have to upload all your work. You will have to fill certain forms, and you will have to present it, get an approval from your mentors, and then move on to the next stage. Okay? Any other questions?
Yeah, I can, yeah. Yes, it's always better by yourself. So, yes. Any other questions? I have one question. How many of you are ready to be a co-creator? Did you all observe the video? There was one term which came in between. How many of you are ready to be a co-creator? Basically, as sir told, this is not a theme, it's a challenge, right? So you should all start working to be a co-creators, right? Thank you.
Yes.
As you were told before, you will not get any mentors here. This time we'll get mentors here.
You will be allowed to get a mentor. But I think you're confident enough, right now? Without a mentor, you can stitch it on your own, you can do your patterns on your own, you know how to do your research. So I don't think the first entry challenge was so that it's giving you confidence, it's preparing you for the next step. So I think it has helped, most of you at least. You would have identified what is your flaws, where probably to manage things and then work on. So I think you just have to apply those. Yes, dear. It's not about connecting that with this. You create your new theme. You create your new concept. If you can connect it, nothing like it. Otherwise, you will have to recreate. Any other doubts?
Yes.
So can you just explain the process of mentor or
See, initially now you have to register, like what ma'am was telling, there's a QR code, and also if you go to JD Design Awards website, so everyone has to register. That is the first step. And once you reach the first step, there will be another step, stage 1, we call it as stage 1, where you have to fill the details with respect to that. The concepts, you have to give a concept and the details. Based on that, we will let you know how the mentor selection process happens.
Students who haven't registered do not get access to the first stage forms or do not get the QR code for the first stage. So please make sure that you have registered and you've started working on.
Yes. 2 months? Why not? Don't worry, each stage the timelines have been defined. As ma'am told, once you start clearing the stages, each and every deliverables, the timelines, the details required has been mentioned. So we have made it in a very precise step-by-step process. So yeah, roughly it will be around 2 months.
How many of you want to do the show? Just a few. Very few. Is it so? Okay, we'll wait till tomorrow. We'll see what the count is like. Yeah? We want all of you to be there and we want all of you to take up this challenge. And here it is. Change the future. Thank you.